Yes, my friends. I'm going for a look in the Captain Cook Memorial Museum in Whitby on Grape Lane. The 17th century building was where young James Cook lodged as an apprentice seaman, so let's go for a look around the museum and find out some interesting facts about Captain Cook. The museum is housed in a 17th century house on the Harbour side. In 1746, James Cook, then aged 17, came here to be apprenticed to Captain John Walker. This is the sole surviving building which can be certainly connected to Cook. Built in 1688, the house shows what a Whitby master mariner's dwelling was like, both a comfortable home and the centre of the family shipping business. It retains much of its original internal decoration and has been meticulously restored. Captain Cook's training as a seaman began in Whitby. He was born on 27th of October 1728 at Marton in Cleveland. His father, originally from Scotland, was also called James and married Grace Pace from Cleveland. They had 8 children. When James was still a child, his father moved to Great Ayton, a few miles away near the Cleveland Hills, and became the foreman at Heirloom Farm. Here the young James received a basic education at the village hall and assisted his father on the farm. In 1745 he began work in the general dealer's shop at Staves, a fishing village a short distance from the busy port of Whitby. However, he decided that he wanted to go to sea. And then he was introduced to the Walker family. John Walker and his brother Henry were Quaker ship owners engaged in the coal trade between the North East and London. The Quakers, or Society of Friends, were upright, hospitable people known for their simplicity of manners and public spirit. Morning.
Morning.
I've not been in for years, so I thought I'll come and have a look round.
You do right, I've got to say. Right, so you start in the orientation room, and there's your leaflet starts there for the orientation. Just gives a brief description of each room as you're going round. DVD in the end room lasts about 20 minutes on a loop system. It tells you about the house, Captain Cook, and the museum new exhibition that we had this year. Now,
but that's all finished now, isn't it?
It has finished, and part of it has gone back because we weren't supposed to be open.
Yeah,
it's started to go back where we loaned it to. What was I going to say? Yeah, but there's still enough of interest. Plus, that is the room that Captain Cook lodged in, so that's quite nice anyway. DVD, there's 4 floors altogether. You end up in the attic, and that's where he lodged. And there's a volunteer wandering around, so if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. And you'll have to come back next year, because we will have a different exhibition.
Oh, yes, different every year, is it? Yeah.
And if you're getting info, it's the best thing to do it.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you.
The young Cook could not have come to a better environment. Whitby was thriving shipbuilding centre. The Walker's ships were workaday collier barques known as cats, sailing to London and across the North Sea. Cook began the life of a sailor on Free Love in February 1747, carrying a cargo of coal to London. According to a long-standing Whitby tradition, Walker lodged Cook when he was not at sea in this house on Grape Lane, which is now the museum. Atmospheric and evocative, there was no display of extravagance. In accordance to the Quaker principles, the colours are based on the original ones and create an impression of calm restfulness. When you walk round this 17th century house, you will be walking in the footsteps of the young Cook. The broad floorboards in the blue room are the original ones. Look out for the door, which is bent to fit the curve of the panelling. This was a town full of skilled shipwrights and carpenters. Passing through the orientation room and the former kitchen, the ground floor rooms are furnished according to inventory made in the early 1750s. The upper floors follow Cook's life and career from Whitby to Canada, through the great voyages to the ends of the earth, finally up to the attic with its high beams, some reused from old ships, and drinking the atmosphere. The view of the harbour gets better and better the higher you get. The museum has original letters, both from Cook and others, telling parts of the story. They include a note written by King George III expressing his regret at the news of Cook's death. Important correspondence from Lord Sandwich, First Lord of the Admiralty, who was closely involved in preparations for the second and third voyages, throws an intriguing light on relations between the Royal Navy and civilians on such voyages. Sandwich also agreed that Cook should write the official account of the second voyage, rather than John Farrell Foster, the man of science. Foster was very cross. The museum has some superb models of Cook ships. These were all Whitby built collier barks, sturdy and reliable, built to service the coal trade. They were capacious, and extra deck could be inserted in order to carry a far larger crew, together with stores for up to 2 years, as well as material relating to Captain Cook and those who sailed with him on the voyages. We don't forget his wife Elizabeth and those who stayed at the home. Founded in 1985, the museum opened in 1987 in the historic building of the heart of Whitby, where the young Cook served his apprenticeship. In 2001, the site expanded to take in the harbourside courtyard and cottage wing. In 2016, we acquired a room in the adjoining building to use as an education centre. The collections continue to grow through purchases, donations and loans from other museums. We now have a very significant collection of original material relating to Cook and his associates. We have benefited from the collaboration over the past 3 decades with the National Museum of Ireland, Dublin, comprising loans of material not previously seen in Britain.
Safely on board. Forster was the man of science on Cook's second voyage. He was extremely learned and
yeah, that's why it's called Blue Room. Videos watched.
You used to watch Blue Room, isn't it, in them days?
That chart that Cook drew there was valid until about 1970.
Oh, really?
And they used that. When they superimposed the satellite photographs on it, it was virtually identical.
Really? You talk about earlier, it's incredibly now. They've clocked it.
That is
Yeah,
amazing.
it's
It took
amazing.
7 years to do it.
I was just say how long, yeah, 7 years. Yeah, that is amazing. Yeah, the accuracy is incredible. Yeah,
It's amazing cartography.
enjoy that?
Yeah, it's good, yeah. Some interesting information, isn't there?
Yeah,
You
there
forget
is,
about it all, don't you?
Yeah.
I've
There's
lived
so
in
much-
Whitby all my life, but you forget about all that stuff, don't you?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And I think like if you come back, you don't always take it all in at once. Do
I
you?
know, yeah, there's a lot to see,
It's
isn't
a bit
there,
of
really?
overload, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you'll have to come back.
Yeah, I'll have to come back next year, definitely. All right, thank you, bye.
Bye.
Right.